What's going on, everybody? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different, so please stick with me. I'm going to do a Ravencoin analysis and a Bitcoin analysis for the general market, and then I'm going to speed run about 4 different other coins that have either been requested or I trade in, just to get an analysis across the board of different coins. And if you have one that you want me to analyze for you, please comment, let me know. I'll do it as long as it's not a meme coin. Please no meme coins, I hate those things. But stay tuned, guys, there's a lot to go over. All right, everybody, we know the drill. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I simply share my technical analysis for everyone, share it publicly to use it as you see fit. Remember though, you manage your own money, you manage your own risk. With that being said, if you like this solid video, especially with this speed run, this new content, please let me know. Throw me a comment in there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. It all helps immensely. So with no more ado, we're gonna hop right into the chart. We're gonna start with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the market right now. So you can see here, I've actually got a short position open on Bitcoin that I'm currently just at break even. I opened this position because of the break of the mini trend line. We had a mini uptrend on Bitcoin. And when we got back up to like 44K, we had a mini uptrend and it broke today and it came down. And it came down with selling volume. The sell volume was really strong in these 2 candles. So I bought the break with volume. Breakout with volume is huge. Or actually, I sold it, excuse me. I put my short order position in. Now, what I'm seeing here, and the reason why I'm not really too worried about this having gone back up into a stop loss area, is that we have a high here, a previous high, and then a new high that's a lower high. So we still have structure. We still have the bearish structure for a lower high, and we have a RSI divergence. So this RSI divergence here is what's called a hidden bearish divergence, meaning that to make a lower high, it required more strength. So more strength was required to not even get the price back up to the previous high. Therefore, the bulls or the bears are still in control, but this is a hidden divergence and the bears should start to take over again. We should start to sell down again and we should go below this low. So we should sell back down at least, I'm thinking to 41.2, 41 even maybe. And if it gets here and pops back up again, I might close my short position a little early, but I'm hoping for 40.65. That's what I'm actually thinking is going to be our next line of support. Now the big support is going to be at 39.6. If it comes in and touches 39.6, we've got this wick touch here before. This is our absolute bottom to stay in any type, shape, or form, to stay bullish at all. If this breaks, if we go 39.6, there is no way anyone with any credibility can talk about being bullish on Bitcoin still. That breaks our swing low from our previous swing and therefore makes a new market structure where we have a lower low and we can't be bullish at that point. So with that being said, this is a spot of concern where if we break down to this, if we tap it and double bottom bounce, that could be extremely bullish. If we tap it and break below it, retest and then fail to break back above it, then we're definitely in bear market territory. And we gotta zoom out a little bit, but we're looking at 37, 34, 31, 29 as our next levels of support and resistance. And I think this could get all the way down to 30K easily if we go bearish. So that's Bitcoin out of the way. And as you see, we've already got more volume coming down than we did going up, and it's starting to kind of push down. Ravencoin is kind of the opposite right now. Ravencoin was coming down off of a double bottom. So we had a big spike up. This was our high, our most recent swing high. And we came all the way down. We came down. Now we bottomed out here on this level of support at about 8.8 cents. We tried to get back up. We kind of made a W here and then we bottomed again at 8.8. So this is a classic double bottom position. The cool thing right now is that as the price was coming down, we had a low, we had a low peak, and you see our RSI, and then we had a low peak and our RSI lower, and then our lowest peak was a higher RSI. So that is a signifier, or that is a signal that we could be looking for a reversal now. This trend could be reversing. Now here are the 2 things that I can see possible. I'll give you the bearish scenario and the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is that the 21 smooth moving average holds as a resistance like it was here. It comes down, it pops back up, hits this, and it drops back down, touches this support level again, potentially breaks below it, retests, fails, and comes down and goes to the next level of support. That is our bearish position, and that could happen more than once, and we'd be drawing down to about 7.8 cents. Now, if it goes bullish scenario, which is very possible, both are considerably possible right now because we have no confirmation either way yet. We will want to break above the 21, and we want this 21 to start curling up. You want to see it start to hook up, and that would start making the 50 hook up. We can't spend too much time in between the 21 and the 50. It needs to break the 21 and then quickly break above the 50 and then get to the 200. We can make this move, but it's going to be up to the support level, hold it, break straight through the 50, come back, retest, and then break up again. We gotta get past the 20, we gotta get past the 21, the 50, the 200, and then the neckline of the double bottom. So it's a tall order. That's a very tall order, and it would take a while. We're looking at like 5 or 6 days, and this is on the hourly chart. So you're still looking at 5 or 6 days of move, and I've got this drawn out the way I would see it playing out. Up, bounce, support, up, kind of wiggle around the support line a little bit, claim it as support, up off the neckline, kind of wiggle around it a little bit, and then blast off. And it would be very similar to a double bottom that has already played out on FTM that I showed you the trade last one in my last video, and I'll show it to you again. We have peak all the way down to the bottom, kind of a W shape here, double bottom, up, broke to 21, retested, broke to 200, retested, broke to 50 in the neckline, retested the support, and then broke out. Now, I only traded to this level of support because that was a 14% gain from where I started on the neckline and traded up to the support level here. It's a 14% gain. If I wanted to hold on longer, I would have gotten it all the way up to the next level. So this next level of support would have been hit here, and the very peak would have been hit here. But this is already going down, and I'm going to go ahead and just segue from Raven into this because I gave you both scenarios in Raven already. But now in FTM, I longed here, and now I'm shorting here because we had a high and then a higher high, and we hit our very top resistance. This is the highest level of resistance on FTM. It's never broken above this clean. We have a high and a higher high with a lower RSI. So I'm waiting. I was waiting. She had dumped down very quickly, but a 21-day moving average held support, or 21 period moving average held support. Once it broke through and got clean through the 50 is where I bought, or where I put my sub position in, right at the 50. This second candle, I'm going to zoom this candle in really quick because you'll be able to see these really, really dark red candles are high volume, high sell volume candles. So I saw downward momentum with high volume. High volume is a key to making these entries, either high volume up or high volume down, key to making these entries. So right now, FTM, Fantom, I'm thinking that, again, we're in a hidden bearish divergence here, and we're starting to come down a little bit more. I think at least to 286, and quite frankly, I think it could come down to the 200, to 271, or even down to the next level of support at 259. And it's going to be dependent. It's going to be, I don't want to say entirely dependent on Bitcoin because it's actually traded a little bit on its own from Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin dumps, it will likely finish its downward move quicker than anticipated because it's already looking to go down, and then Bitcoin starts dumping, this will dump faster than typical. So we got HNT is next. HNT, I'm doing this for a subscriber who loves HNT. I like it as well. I just don't get to trade it because it's not on KuCoin. I typically only trade on leverage. But HNT right now is in a very strong position. It has curled the 21, starting to curl the 50, and I would have entered already on this candle, but you can enter here. Again, we had bullish divergence, making lower lows, lower low, lower low, but with higher RSI values. And again, it's not always going to be the first one. This first divergence here, you see this green candle, you can't get in right away because you got another lower low and another one, but the RSI strength is eventually, that strength is eventually going to break it to the upside. You just can't, you have to wait for, again, volume and pressure. Look at that, big high volume candle, broke the 21, broke the 52 candles later. Now this is where I would be entering here, absolutely be entering a trade here to go long. Now the only concern would be is that the 200 acts as a resistance again, because it's done it here, down to this point, here, back down to this point, very close to the same low. The 200 could act as a resistance and short this trade out a little bit to where, you know, you could get stuck at a 3.8% trade right now. But if it doesn't, we can get all the way up to the support resistance line at $36. So 36.50 would be my ultimate target, but I'd be very cautious around the 200 to make sure if there's a strong rejection candle off the 200, you have a long wick. If you get something like this, where there's a long wick up to it and it fails off, I'm getting out here. I don't care if it gets this again, because it may not ever get that bump again. This one wicked up to it, it came down and never bumped back up. So if there's a hard rejection off the 200, I'm out. Otherwise, I'm looking to try to get to this support resistance line. The last coin I'm going to go over today is VET, because VET would have crushed me had I made the trade. I was watching it and I just missed it and I didn't make the trade. I was watching this ascending wedge and these always break down. I don't want to say always, but 70% of the time an ascending wedge will break to the downside. It broke out. I was waiting for the retest and it retested here. I typically would have entered right here. I typically would have entered on this candle with my stop loss being here. But this wedge double retested. It retested here, came down, had a long wick down, and then retested again. I 100% believe that this was a liquidity grab for the shorts. And then it came all the way down. Now it's looking, again, it's looking like we've got bullish divergence here, and we can start seeing a move up. The only thing that will slow this move down, again, would be a trading range between the 21 and the 50, or a definitive rejection off the 21. And I think that would happen if Bitcoin rejects. If Bitcoin price starts to plummet, look for other coins to start plummeting. You'll see it hit a resistance here, or it won't complete this breakout. It won't complete this SR flip. It flipped down to resistance. It could flip back below it again and be a resistance, and we go lower. But as of right now, it looks like there's a good chance for momentum to go up. So guys, that's the video today. I hope you enjoyed the speed run. If you like this style, if you like more coins, more opportunities to look at different charts, please let me know. Throw me a comment, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And as always guys, until next time, peace.